Welcome to Ken Reviews. I'm Ken, Mr. I'm gonna watch it so you don't have to. And this is the review for Gladiator 2. You have got this far. You're here. Unsheathe your armor, relax, and hit that subscribe button. That way, let's discuss.
It is an art, choosing gladiators. They're usually prisoners of war.
I claim this city for the glory of Rome.
You will be my instrument.
I will never be your instrument, but I will have my vengeance.
This is war! Real war!
Gladiator 2 took a bold leap forward with an impressive cast and a storyline that paid homage to the original while carving out its own space. It's rare to see such a balance of individual star power and cohesive storytelling, but Gladiator 2 nailed it. From Denzel Washington's sly charisma to Paul Mescal's fierce lead. If you're a fan of the first film, this one feels both familiar and refreshingly new. Let's talk Denzel. Denzel Washington was magnetic, channeling a character that felt like and I quote one of the man them, an Asian ancestor of Training Day's Alonzo, with every bit of cunning and swagger. He was sly, calculating, and almost devilishly funny, creating a perfect balance between menace and charm. His performance brought unexpected comic relief amid all the chaos that was going on, elevating scenes with his sharp wit and devious smirks. Not to mention, any chance he got, unprovoked, he's flapping that dress. Every moment Denzel was on screen was a thrill, and he left an indelible mark. Pedro Pascal was a great addition to the cast, and his role was perfectly calibrated. Rather than stealing the spotlight from Paul Mescal, he complemented it, exiting the story at just the right moment. Pascal's performance was perfectly balanced to let Mescal shine as the leading man, while still leaving an impact. Joseph Quinn's character was another standout, though it felt as though a lot of his potential was left on the editing room floor. You could sense he had a more twisted charisma to unleash, and while he did make an impression, it's clear his role could have been explored a lot more. Still, he added a gritty intensity that contributed to the film's darker tones. Paul Mescal, however, truly carried the film. He took on this role with a mix of reverence for the original while carving out his own legacy. His action scenes felt authentic, and he exuded a raw, grounded energy that set him up as a great action star to watch in the future. Mescal's performance left no doubt that he could command the Gladiator stage. Now, the setting felt unexpectedly modernized. At times, it seemed almost as if an iPhone might pop out of somewhere. While some artistic liberties are to be expected, there were a few choices that felt a bit too polished for what we're looking at as an ancient Rome, such as combed, domesticated Labradors, hidden trapdoors, and a Colosseum scene featuring sharks. However, that last one, allegedly, is fact. Who knew they could fill the Colosseum with so much water to have sharks swimming around? Crazy. The lavish set designs, while visually appealing, sometimes stretched into an anachronistic territory, breaking the immersion slightly. The fight scenes were as brutal as you'd hope for a Gladiator sequel, with creative and intense kills that didn't shy away from the gore. The arenas themselves took on a fresh, dangerous life of their own, with wild twists like killer baboons and the aforementioned sharks. These touches gave the action an unpredictable edge, delivering satisfying and occasional shocking moments. The revenge-driven storyline kept unraveling layer by layer, weaving in depth and complexity that made it more engaging than your standard tale of vengeance. Just as you thought you figured out Mescal's character motives, a new layer would peel back, driving the story forward and raising the stakes. The connection to the original Gladiator was seamlessly handled, adding an element of nostalgia without an over-reliance on it. Past actors reprising their roles found their form again with seamless ease, and the continuity between the two films felt organic and not forced. This was a well-crafted sequel that actually stands strong on its own, with nods to the past that long-time fans will appreciate. Gladiator 2 thrives on standout performances, particularly from Uncle Denzel and Paul Mescal, who commanded every scene they were in. The modernized set pieces might not be everyone's favorite, but the action sequences and multi-layered storyline more than make up for it. It's a sequel that its predecessor, while fearlessly stepping into new territory, delivering a thrilling ride that fans won't forget. This here is a must watch. I loved it. How do you feel about the revival of classics? Was this a sequel you would say was done properly? Is Uncle Denzel due another Oscar? Sharks in the Coliseum. Who knew? If you're enjoying these reviews, remember, help the channel. Be like the Romans. Stand up for your rights. And like, comment, and subscribe. That way, let's discuss.